Yeah, you didn't get the best effort in the first half from your starters, but your bench responded. 23 turnovers, 26 turnovers isn't going to do anybody any favors. But that's all stuff that can be fixed, and I expect James Benford and the staff to be able to do that. It doesn't look like we're going to get coached tonight, but stick around for Lucas Gabriel's men's basketball team as they try to get to 8-0. So they take on a team in Providence looking for their first win of the season as well. So stick around with us. Come back. This is Jimmy Allen. This is the Bellevue Sports Network. We'll see you for the men's game.
They got your name up there. Yeah. I think everybody wants to go watch that Husker game, you know.
Do you care about it? It's probably a good thing you don't.
I'm not from down here, so.
They're getting blown out.
Are you? How bad?
23-3.
Yeah.
It's not even halftime yet.
I think this is about the time of year some guys check out too, just because they're like, I'm not going to be here next year. You know, I think that happens.
Oh, it's on over there. I didn't see that.
Not even halftime.
What's up?
Not even halftime. Yeah, I don't think Penn State. I don't think they thought Penn State was going to be that big defense, you know. Or we were hoping anyway. But they are.
Welcome back to the Bellevue Sports Network here on the campus of Bellevue University. Jimmy Allen filling in for Mick Krepsky tonight. We have Frontier Conference action coming up to you next. The Providence Argos of Providence, Montana University taking on the undefeated 7-0, 2-0 Frontier Conference play. Bellevue Bruins, if you're just joining us, you missed an absolute thriller in the women's game. University of Providence Argos knock off the Bellevue Bruins in a double overtime thriller to finish out our afternoon cap and get ready for our nightcap here. Bellevue University Bruins looking to improve to 7-0. Improve to 8-0 for the first time in 11 seasons. And obviously a ton to be excited about with this team with Ahmad Bynum, the former UTEP transfer coming in, future D1 guy. That a lot of people are excited about around here with the staples of this Bellevue program coming back for another year. RJ Smith reinventing himself and looking like a completely different player and a force in this conference. We're going to send it down to Ray Quinn for the PA and the starting lineups before we get you set for Frontier Conference action here on the Bellevue Sports Network.
What's up, fellas?
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bellevue University and the BU Fieldhouse for Frontier Conference basketball, featuring the visiting University of Providence Argos and your Bellevue University Bruins. It's time to meet the starting lineups. We'll begin with the University of Providence Argos, who come in with a record of 0-8 and 0-2 in the Frontier. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 0, Anthony Hobbs. At forward, a 6'5" junior from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 5, Marcus Lawson. At forward, a 6'7" senior from Melbourne, Australia, G'day, number 15, Jacob Lloyd. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore from Mount Vernon, Washington, number 23, Quinn Swanson. And at guard, a 6'4" junior from New York, number 24, Marvel Chambers Jr. The Argos are coached by head coach J.C. Isaacson in his 4th season, assisted by Shaiki Smalls, Mike McLean, Riley Basta, and Dylan Hushaw. Now let's meet your starting lineup for your Bellevue University Bruins, who come in with a record of 7-0, 2-0 in the Frontier Conference. A 5'11" senior guard from Hayward, California, number 2, J.J. Montgomery. A 6'3" senior guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 11, Ahmad Bynum. At guard, a 6'5" senior from Oakland, California, number 12, Jaden Phillips. At forward, a 6'6" junior from Phoenix, Arizona, number 15, Liam Thompson. And in the middle, 6'8" senior center from El Dorado Hills, California, number 55, R.J. Smith. The Bruins are coached by head coach Lucas Gabriel in his 7th season, assisted by Connor Dukes, Jarrell Norman, and Vinny Belcaster. Gentlemen, it's time to play ball.
All right, thank you, Ray Quinn, as we get set for Frontier Conference at matchup action here as R.J. Smith set to jump for the Bruins, and he does not win the tip. The Argos start off with the basketball as Marcus Lawson brings up the court, guard by Jaden Phillips, gets away a little bit of a push-off. Shot up and off of the mark. Rebound comes down to Bynum. Ben wants to push it. Gets it over to Liam. Liam leaves it behind for JJ. JJ Montgomery drives in, almost loses the handle, gets it back. Reset Jaden Phillips. Phillips drives inside, kicks out to Montgomery. Actually kicks out to row number 37.
Argos ball.
At the BU Fieldhouse. It's going to be a turnover going the opposite direction. Don't forget, we invite you to be a part of the broadcast tonight. 402-619-1973 is where you can send your text messages in to become a part of the broadcast tonight. And we'd love to hear who you're rooting for, and we ask you to join, even if you're a Providence fan. We'd love to hear from you and get your thoughts. Obviously, a tale of two teams here as these Argos looking for their first, not only points, but win of the season as well. They get their first lead of this game. As the Argos on the board here, early 2-0. Providence leads. Liam gets the ball off to JJ, gets tripped up a little bit, but gets it back, kicks out for Phillips. 7-11 on the shot clock. Jaden dribbles in off the mark, doesn't even touch the rim. Ball back down to Providence. Argos want to get out and run. They do. Jacob Lloyd looking to hand it off, but can't find anybody to get it to. Finally gets it over to Chambers. Chambers dribbles off. Handoff goes back to Hobbs. Anthony Hobbs. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd going inside against Liam. Liam isn't able to get there. Hobbs able to get that roll. Lloyd gets that to roll through. 4-0 Providence lead. Ahmad Bynum averages over 10 points a game at UTEP last year. Looks inside for R.J. Smith, who gets it poked away by Hobbs. Anthony Hobbs looking to get out and run. They don't have the numbers. He kicks it in the corner for Chambers. Chambers with a 3 on the way off the mark. Liam Thompson grabs the rebound. Bellevue wants to run. They got the numbers here. Jaden wants to lob it up to RJ. RJ gets it swatted away. Marvell Chambers just comes over the top and swats that one away. It's going to stay with Bellevue. Jermaine Halliburton, Dane Jall, and Matt Mathok check in. It's Smith, Bynum, and Phillips head to the bench. Chambers looking inbounds, looking for Montgomery, and then just throws it into a very dangerous spot. Poked away. Lawson just knocks that one back out of bounds. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Halliburton goes up to Mathok, skies for it. One dribble down, tries to go up strong, does, draws the foul. send Matt to the line to shoot 1-1. 2. Sorry, he's going to be shooting 2 here. Matt takes a deep breath. Left-handed shot is up southpaw. Gets the first one to roll home. Big deep breath. One dribble. Off the front end. No good. Rebound brought down by Quinn Swanson. Swanson hands it off, gives it back to Hobbs. Anthony Hobbs, the sophomore out of Philadelphia, dribbles to his right, runs into Mathot. Back around to Chambers. Chambers hands off Swanson, dribbling in. Gets Montgomery, who just turns him away. Rebound back down to JJ. JJ trying to get out and run. He had Liam in the middle and just missed him. Now he finds him over the corner. Liam left wide open, gets over to Dang Jaw. Looking for Liam Thompson for 3. Off the mark. Rebound comes back down with Mathot. Mathot thought about going back up and kicks it back out. Montgomery resets the offense. Pump fakes a 3. Pulls it back out. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. JJ looking to go to the rim. Goes up strong. Gets fouled. And 1. Count the basket. As JJ Montgomery, the senior out of Hayward, California, who's taken over a much bigger role in the offense this year. Obviously, he's a starting point guard. Ratcheted his game up to a whole nother level. JJ's shot is up. It is good. We got a tie game, 4 apiece. Hobbs trying to keep his team rolling here. Looking inside and then closed by Jaw, but he can't get there. It's going to be a late foul. Dang, Jaw went up strong, just got there a little bit late, unfortunately.
Hey, make sure we're not.
They're called it on the floor against Mathot. I'll send Marvel Chambers Jr. to the free throw line. He's about 5 dribbles and puts up his first free throw. It is good. Chambers, the junior from New York. 6'4", looks about 6'5". Makes his second free throw. Just under 17 minutes to play here in the first half. Bellevue trails 6-4. It's Providence now. Just 40% of their shots from the field. The problem is they've attempted 3 more shots at Bellevue. You kind of start to see why. They're doing a really good job of poking the ball away defensively. Bellevue has 2 turnovers already in the first 3 minutes of this game. That'll be the team's 3rd foul against Providence. 3 early fouls here. They're playing really physical. It's worked. They've turned the Bruins over, but they've also caused some easy fouls. Great shot by Halliburton. Jermaine Halliburton just gets to his spot on the floor, puts it up, and ties the game up at 6. Boyd trying to take Mathot on the dribble and does. Gets him off his feet and easy basket. Argos back up 2. Thompson almost gets it poked away, saves it. Kicks out for Jaw. Dang gives up to JJ. JJ travels with the basket. That turnover will have some wholesale changes come here as JJ, Matt, and Liam head to the bench to bring RJ, Jaden, and Ahmad back into the game.
Hey, open!
A little bit of a longer lineup here for the Bruins. Halliburton guarding the ball now. Over to Lloyd, guarded by Smith. Smith gets his hand up, deflects the shot just a little bit enough. Jaden Phillips with the rebound. Jaden wants to get out and run. Hands it back over to Halliburton to reset the offense. Dribbles inside, goes up strong to the glass again. This one off the mark, rebound. Comes back down, then he picks the pocket. Is Halliburton able to get the steal? Bynum with a 3 on the way, and it's good. You can't leave Ahmad Bynum that wide open and not expecting to drain that shot. He's on the board for the first time tonight. Don't expect that to be the last. Jaden Phillips on the ball. Now the switch comes to RJ. RJ guarding Lucas. Shooting Marcus Lawson. Lawson now. Aaron passed inside. Almost got it poked away, but able to save it as Lloyd. Going in hard as Hobbs. Nothing there. Runs into a ton of traffic for the Bruins. 7 on the shot clock. Chambers is trying to make something happen. They're going to call Jaden Phillips with a push. Phillips not happy about the call. Lucas Gabriel tell him to shake it off. No point in getting the second call.
Marco, come get it! Marco, come get it! Gator, get the corner, Hobbs.
Hobbs trying to get some switching going. He does. Gets it over to Chambers. Chambers guarded by Halliburton. Runs into Phillips. Phillips trying to stop him up and shot off the mark. Jaden Phillips going to pick up his second foul quick. They say he interfered with the landing spot of the shooter. That'll be Bellevue's third foul, but more importantly, Jaden Phillips' second already. He'll check out here in a second. J.J. Montgomery will check back in, but first, Marlon Chambers is going to shoot 2 free throws. First one is up and on the way, and it dies on the front of the rim. No good.
Marvel! Yep.
That's a big deal. Jaden Phillips is one of the best on-ball defenders in the Frontier Conference. He picks up 2 early fouls and head over to the bench. Lucas Gabriel not happy about it. He's talking to the official right now, trying to figure out exactly what the issue was. Chambers' second free throw is up and good. Pretty sloppy game here through the first 5 minutes. We'll see if both teams got to dial in here. 9-9 tie ball game. Bellevue shooting 50% from the field in the first 5 minutes here as J.J. Montgomery drives in, gets this one tipped away. Doug Jolly able to recover. Back to Montgomery with 11 on the shot clock. Screen set by RJ. Rolling to the rim, but nothing there. Dang on the left side. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, gets it poked away. Swanson wants to bring it back down the court and run. Now he hands it off to Lawson. Lawson with Halliburton all over him. Halliburton tries poking this way, runs into RJ Smith, but gets by him. What a move by Marcus Lawson. Junior from Las Vegas on the board for the Argos. Providence leads 11-9. Halliburton palms it, tries getting one to go, and does. It's a ton of contact, no call. It's Jermaine Halliburton. A lot of physicality, but no call. And Montgomery pokes that one away, and then RJ Smith is able to get his hand on it, just knocks it off of Marvell Chambers, and that is going to be a turnover. Ball back the other way. We'll take our media timeout with a game tied at 11. A lot of fast-paced action. This game is picked up. 3 early fouls for both teams. Also 4 turnovers for both teams. Excuse me, just 2 turnovers for Providence. Lucas Gabriel very animated in the huddle right now, drawing up a play. Very frustrated with the defensive sets out of timeouts. Jimmy Allen in for Mick Krepsky tonight. Mick is traveling, so we wish him and his family all the safest travels, and wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving week as we approach the holiday season. Hopefully if you're coming to or leaving Bellevue, you get wherever you're going safely for the holidays. If you're just joining us and wondering what happened in Bellevue's women's game tonight, get you updated on that. The Bruins fall in double overtime, 74-71 to these same Providence Argos. The Argos get their first conference win. On the ladies' side of things, these same Argos are looking for their first win overall of the season. They're 0-8, 0-2 in conference play. Bellevue a perfect 7-0 coming into this matchup. With a ton of new faces from a year ago and just kind of figuring out the pieces still, have been perfect. 7-0 on the season. Currently 11 points in this game in a tied matchup. An all-important conference game as Halliburton brings the ball up the court. Bynum, Halliburton, Jall, Smith, Montgomery on the floor for the Bruins. Halliburton to the rim again. Mid-range floater, no good. Jall skies for it. It's going to be an off-the-ball foul against Chambers. Chambers' first foul, 4th team foul. Bynum looking to inbound. Can't find him. He's still looking, gets it into Smith. Smith fakes the handoff, keeps it now to Bynum. Thought about it, pump fake, dribbles out of it, back to Smith, but no, just errant pass to really nobody. Turns the ball over Chambers. Now into the corner for Rogers. Rogers for a 3 off the mark. Rebound brought back down, put back up by Swanson. No good. Rebound back to the Bruins. Montgomery gets the screen set for him. He's going to call his own number, but nothing there. Too many white jerseys in the paint. Halliburton dribbles around, hands it off to Jaw. Jaw back to Bynum. Bynum, wide open 3. It's good. Ahmed Bynum with his second made 3 this early first half. 6 early points for the transfer from UTEP. Swanson now looking to reset the key, pulls it out. In the corner for Jermaine Rogers. Rogers 3 on the way. He answers Bynum's 3 with his own 3. We're tied again at 14. And up back to Halliburton. Halliburton to Jaw. Jaw to Montgomery. Crossers over the paint. Montgomery wants to give it back to Bynum, who's been on fire. Bynum, 2 dribbles, crossover step, trying to get to the rim. All over him and swatted away is Hobbs. And I call Hobbs the foul. Anthony Hobbs with great defense on a guy like Ahmed Bynum, who's got great handles. 5th team foul. He'll be heading the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one is up and off the mark, too strong. Wholesale changes coming for Bellevue as Connor Moore checks in. Liam Thompson. And looks like Matt McClock jumping. Bynum's second free throw. That one too strong off the mark as well. Rebound brought back down by Chambers. Hobbs may have got away with a little bit of a drag of the foot there, but regardless, we play on. 12:26 to go in this first half. Looking inside for Rogers. Rogers made that 3 a minute ago. Hands it off to Lloyd. Lloyd tried to give it back to Rogers. They're going to say push off by Mathok. Yeah, it's going to go against Matt Mathok. Pretty heavy foul game here in the first half. 4 for the Bruins now, 5 team fouls for the Argos. J.J. Montgomery guards the ball by Hobbs. Hobbs hands it off. John Floyd comes into the game for the first time. Hands it off here to Rogers. Rogers, second made 3 of the night. He's been perfect as well. Scratch that, he's missed one. He's 2 for 3 with 6 points. Bynum just trying to create some kind of offense and kisses this one off the glass. He's got 8. Chambers brings us up the court, guarded by Thompson. Screen set for the top, and Mathok switches off. Mathok takes him to the rim, but floater over him. Chambers gets that one to roll home. They lead by 3. Bynum bringing the ball up the court. Mathok looks like he's going to set the screen now, has the ball in his hands, gives it back to Bynum. Bynum trying to make something happen at the top of the key, off the mark. On a pull-up jumper, low percentage shot, way off the mark. Ball back to the Argos. Chambers over to Hobbs. Hobbs working with Bynum on him. Great no-look pass inside for Lloyd, who goes up strong. Off the mark, rebound, brought back down by Bynum. Gets harassed, but gets rid of it. Thompson out running, they don't have the numbers. Bynum traveling behind him. Probably had a look at an open 3, but settles for another mid-ranger. This one is good. Ahmad Bynum with 10 early points.
You know how to get to a spot.
19-18 Argos lead here in the first half. Rogers, 3 on the way, off the mark. Board by Montgomery. Montgomery thought about going to the rim, then slowed it up. Hands it off to Bynum. Bynum dribbling with his left, gets rid of it, back to Thompson. Thompson to Moore. Moore on a switcher to Montgomery. Montgomery with 10. Spin move. Floater is good. Bellevue's now made 5 of its last 6 baskets. Montgomery hands it off to Lloyd. Lloyd looking to give it back to Hobbs. Hobbs gets pinned down in the corner. Gives it back to Lloyd. Gives it to Chambers at the top of the key. 8 of the shot clock. Deep three-point attempt off the mark. Rebound back down to Montgomery. Bellevue kind of work at the slow, methodical pace. Inside to Matt Mathok, gives it up to Liam Thompson. It goes up strong. Bellevue get about 10 seconds deep into every single shot clock and seems very comfortable running their offense right now. 22-19 Bruins lead. Thompson on Chambers. Chambers, great spin move, just can't get it to fall. Down to Connor Moore on the rebound. Montgomery pulls it out, slows the offense down yet again. Montgomery thought about driving, kicks out to Moore. Back to Bynum. Bynum, one-on-one, where he wants to be. Deep three-point attempt on the way, off the mark. No good, ball gonna fly out of bounds. That'll take us to our immediate timeout at the 9-minute mark here. Bellevue lead 22-19. Ahmad Bynum with 10 early points. He leads all scorers. He's 4 of 6 from the field, but he is 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He's got 2 key rebounds as well on the other side. Jermaine Rogers II, the junior out of Chino, California, leads the Argos with 6 points. They have 19. Bit of a sloppy game early to start this one. Both teams kind of got in some early foul trouble. Both the Argos with 5 team fouls, Bellevue with 4. Bellevue's made 5 of its last 7 field goal attempts. The Bruins are currently on a 6-0 run. Jimmy Allen in for Mick Krepsky today. If you want to get a hold of us, you can do so at 402-619-1973. Join the broadcast. Love to get your thoughts on this matchup between the Bruins and the Argos. Here at Frontier Conference action, the Bruins undefeated on the season, and in their first season in the Frontier Conference, making a little splash early in this 2-bid league. Brand new BU Fieldhouse, the first season of this brand new beautiful building here. Marcus Lawson brings it up, hands off to Rogers. Rogers looking around the horn. Lloyd, pull-up jumper, finds a way through the hoop. Jacob Lloyd with a beautiful turnaround jump shot, gets that one to fall. Halliburton. He's off to Moore. Moore inside to Smith. R.J. Smith, uncharacteristically quiet through this one. Dangjal, the wide open 3, just short, but brought back down by Thompson. Liam just loses it. And back the other way for the Argos. Lawson, spin move, gets stuck. Finally kicks out for Rogers, who thought about it. He shot it from deeper than that a minute ago. As J.C. Isaacson, calls out slow down from the side. Trying to avoid a turnover, but almost gave one up there. That one's going to be off of Bellevue and stay with Providence with just 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Hobbs gets it off to Lloyd. Swanson back to Rogers. 4 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. They're going to call a charge against Marcus Lawson and over his shoulder. Six team foul, first for Lawson. A little bit of light pressure put on the backcourt. Thompson now tasked with taking the ball up the court. All over the jaw, hands it back up to Liam. It's about the most I've ever seen Liam handle the ball, as that one's going to be kicked. Now they're going to call a foul underneath against Quinn Swanson. It'll be the 7th team foul. No, did they call it a kick? Okay, maybe they called it a kick. R.J. Smith skies for it, but it gets tipped away, and Halliburton comes over and saves it. Smith getting palmed everywhere, then finally a late whistle. R.J. got hammered twice before the whistle came in. That'll put Bellevue into the bonus. One and one here for R.J. Smith.
R.J. Smith, 1 and 1.
A little bit of moisture down on the floor after about 3 big bodies crashed down to the canvas. Marvell Chambers Jr. checks back in here. He's had a pretty good night so far. He's got 5 points. Been able to get to the free throw line a couple times. Smith's first free throw's up. It's good. RJ Smith's second free throw on the way. It's good as well. Gives Bellevue a 3-point lead. 7:21 to play here in the first. Lawson hands it off to Lloyd. Gives it back to Lawson. 3 on the way. RJ Smith closed late. Affects the shot just enough. A great rebound by Lloyd. Gives it up back to Lawson, who's going to try to get back into the paint. Nothing there. Chambers thought about it. Now dribbles in. Nothing there as well. Try to get a no-look pass. Lawson couldn't get there. It's going to be a turnover back the other direction. Bellevue hasn't made a field goal in just about 3 minutes here. Bucket could be huge. 3-pointer on the way, off the mark again. They're going to say it's going to stay with the Bruins. Be off the hands of Lawson. Connor Moore, pretty good sharpshooter from that distance, just off the mark there. Halliburton looking, finds Moore underneath. Moore thought about it, almost grabbed him. No, they'll say it's off of Lloyd. 19 on the shot clock. Halliburton having a little bit of trouble getting this ball inbounds, looking for somebody. Finally gets up to Thompson at the top of the key. Works into Smith. Smith will try to back it down here, but loses the handle. Ton of traffic, and they're going to call a whistle. Go gets Chambers. Chambers will be his third. The second, scratch that, second. Team 8th foul. Smith back to shoot a 1-and-1. Smith's shot is up, it's good. RJ's second free throw, off the mark. 25-21, Bruins lead, 6:35 to play in the first. Hobbs looking for somebody, finally hands it off to Lawson. Lawson tries to dribble it in, but loses it. It's going to stay with Bellevue. And Halliburton grabbing his shoulders. Tremaine Halliburton's in a ton of pain. He does not look happy. Number 5 heads over to the bench, grabbing his collarbone area. Hopefully he's all right. Checking is Mathok. And Montgomery is Smith, Halliburton, and Moore check out. Also had Thompson into that rotation. And, sorry, Thompson's out there, Bynum checks in. Thought gets that one poked away, but gets it back. JJ trying to create some space, nothing there. Dribbling into a ton of traffic. Tries lobbing up from a Thought, but that one just off the rim, no good. Bynum just trying to slow him down. It's Hobbs loses control, that one goes out of bounds. Just a pretty sloppy game on both sides. 6 turnover for Providence. Bellevue's got 6 of their own. Still with 6 minutes to play here in the first. Jall heavily guarded by Lloyd. Tries to tip it into Mathok, nothing there. Rebound comes back down by Lawson. He wants to get out and run. He slows up at his coach's behest. Lawson now working against Thompson. Switch off. Bynum pokes it away. He's going to have a chance at a running dunk here. It's showtime. Oh, he missed it. Little bit, yeah, definitely a push underneath as Ahmad Bynum hits the deck hard. Chambers kind of undercut Bynum at the rim there. Chambers said he tried getting away from him, but Ahmad Bynum thankfully gets up. He hit the deck really hard there. Ahmad Bynum's one of those guys that can absolutely jump out of the gym. He elevated above the square there and crashed hard underneath. He'll be shooting 2 here. It'll be a 19 foul for Providence. So the next one will be the double bonus for the Bruins. Shot is up, it's good. Bynum's going to try to get 2 points the old-fashioned way. That was Chambers' 3rd personal foul as well as Bynum's 2nd free throw is good. Pushes the lead to 6 for Bellevue. Chambers with a 3 foul, stays out on the floor though. Now brings the ball up the court. Switch off to Mathak. Mathak tried to get in the hand of it. Chambers just launches it over him and buries that one. Pulls the game within 4. Dangjal was calling for that over in the corner. He wanted that as Montgomery almost gets that poked away. Now the switcher on to Thompson. Thompson with the ball, almost gets it ripped away as well. Finally gets it inside to Mathak. Fouls even against Lawson. That's going to put the Bruins in the double bonus, so we're shooting free throws. From here on out, we'll have immediate timeout as we're just under the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Bellevue leads 27-23, as we mentioned, just a little bit of a sloppy game. 13 total turnovers already between the two teams. Just 15 minutes into this game. Marvel Chambers Jr. with 7 points, and he's 2 of 5 from the field. He's got the only there's only 2 made 3-point shots for Providence right now. Bellevue, on the other hand, has made 2 of 6. So neither team shooting great from beyond the arc. Bellevue 9 of 18 from the field. Providence 9 of 20. Bruins are 0 for their last 4 from the field, and 5 straight turnovers for Providence in the last 5 possessions. Bellevue is 7 for 11 clip from the free throw line. They're going to have to clean that up as the game goes on. Well, just 4 free throw attempts for Providence. They're 3 of 4 from the line, all made by Marvel Chambers Jr. Lucas Gabriel sends his 5 back out. Thompson, Mathak, Montgomery, Bynum, Jal back out for the Bruins. Here come the Argos. Lloyd, Swanson, Chambers, Lawson, Hobbs, the starting 5. Scratch no Hobbs, Rogers for the Argos. Shooting 2 is Mathak. First one off the mark, no good. Something about the air in the gym tonight. Not too many made free throws in the first game either. Seems to be continuing struggle here in the second. Second free throw is good. (28-23), Bellevue leads. Swanson brings it up, hands it off to Lloyd. Lloyd back to Swanson. Swanson with Montgomery on him. Kicks it to Rogers. Rogers back to Lawson. Lawson trying to get to the rim with Mathak all over him. Mathak tripped, and they're going to say, oh, he double dribble is going to be called against Lawson. Lawson got Mathak off his spot, and he slipped. The slip-up may have just confused him a little bit and caused the extra dribble there. It's back Bellevue's way, 4:33 to play here in the first. Bynum thought about going in, pulls it out, and then gets stuck. Finally has to give it up to Mathak. Leaves it back for Bynum. Bynum dribbles. Runs into a ton of traffic. Bynum trying to get to a spot. Three-pointer on the way. Touches every part of the cylinder and rolls off. It's going to stay with Bellevue off of the fingertips of Quinn Swanson. 4:11 to play here in the first half. Bellevue with a 5-point lead in the double bonus. Mathak trying to work inside. Jump stop up, it is good. Skyhook falls. Bellevue now increases their lead to 7. That's Mathak's 4th point of the night. First field goal. Mathak on Chambers, stick with him. Chambers spin move, spin in and out, pull up. Jumper is good. He's got a quiet 9 so far. Thompson almost turns it over there, but corrals it back in. Back over to Montgomery. Montgomery hands off to Bynum. Bynum, floater, off the mark. Skysford can't grab it, but rebound brought back down by Lloyd. Chambers wants to get out and run. Wants a little bit of a screen set. Almost got it. Thompson closed quickly. Fakes the shot up, gets it down underneath. And a travel is going to go against Lloyd as he picked up his back foot. It's a good sign if you're a Bellevue Bruins fan. Jermaine Halliburton checks back in after taking a shot to his shoulder. RJ Smith in as well, also Connor Moore. Halliburton. Hands off to Moore. Halliburton was very aggressive in that first part of the first half. We'll see if that shoulder stinger keeps him aggressive or not. Bynum with 11. Bynum, another mid-range shot off the mark again. This one brought back down by Hobbs. Hobbs didn't have the number, so he had to pull it out. Hobbs over to Chambers. Chambers trying to create something. He's been the offense so far. Shot up off the mark, but rebound. Brought back down by Lloyd. They're going to call a foul. It's going to go. It's Connor Moore. Just a fifth team foul for the Bruins. Connor Moore's first. So no free throws. Ball stays with Providence. Inbounds to Lloyd, over to Rogers. Rogers back to Chambers, who swifty move inside, cuts the defense. He gets it to roll home. He's got 11. Halliburton dribbles in, ton of contact, no whistle. Finally gets the call. Jermaine goes in strong as he has most part of this first half. They get to the free throw line to shoot two. Jermaine Rogers picks up his first team foul. Nelson Halliburton the line to shoot two. Halliburton's first free throw touches every part of the cylinder and falls through the net. John Floyd checking in for the Argos here. And Halliburton's second free throw is true. A little bit of a light press put on by Lucas Gabriel and this Bruins staff. It's Halliburton guarding the whole length of the court. Hobbs dribbles into Smith. Smith stands in the presence of the box and pushes him away. Kicked up to Lloyd. Lloyd's going to try to give it to Chambers. No. Gives it off to Hobbs again. Hobbs against Halliburton. Halliburton gets him to spin move. Fade away jumper off the mark. Tipped around. Foul is going to go against Bellevue. It's going to go against J.J. Montgomery. It's J.J.'s first personal foul with the team's sixth. Next foul will put the Argos in the bonus. Montgomery guarding Chambers. Chambers another spin move, another off the mark jumper. Ball back down to the Bruins. Pass outside to Moore. Moore gives up to Halliburton. Halliburton places his feet. Three on the way off the mark. Thought about it a little bit too long, pulled the trigger way too late. Ball back down to the Argos the other way. Hobbs kicks out for a three-pointer off of the mark. Lloyd just can't find the bottom of the basket there. Rebound back down to the Bruins. 1:26 to play in the first. RJ sets the screen for Bynum. Bynum's three is on the way, and it is good. Ahmed Bynum with his third made three of the night. He's 3 of 5 from beyond the arc, and now Bellevue's lead increases to 8. Montgomery got pushed off a little bit there, but no call against Chambers. Chambers hands it off to Floyd. Floyd back to Lloyd. Spin move against RJ Smith, and they're going to say a push off by RJ. Looked like Lloyd slipped. RJ picks up his first team foul, but unfortunately that is the 7th foul against the Bruins, so that's going to put the Argos into the bonus, so they'll be shooting a 1-and-1 from here on out. Just under a minute to play. Bellevue with an 8-point lead. Shot is up. It is good. Lucas Gabriel's been very animated this entire game. He's not very happy with the way this has gone so far. I mean, even despite his team having a 6-point lead, clearly a little frustrated with a few things defensively. Second free throw is off the mark. Rebound comes back down almost to the Argos, but they're going to say Bynum got to it, and then the call is going to go against John Floyd. That'll set Ahmad Bynum to the free throw line. John Floyd picks up his first foul. Ahmed Bynum will shoot two. Bynum's first free throw is again off the mark. He's come up short 3 times now from the free throw line. Bynum's second free throw. Good. 8-point lead for the Bruins. Largest lead of the night. Timeout for the Argos. J.C. Isaacson wants to talk it over in his 4th season at the top of this program. It's an 8-point lead for Bellevue right now, and I think a lot of people are a little surprised at how competitive this one has been through the front half of this game. The Argos are not going anywhere, and they're really keeping up with this Bellevue team. Bellevue with 6 early turnovers, but have not had a turnover in the last 11 minutes. So cleaned up the first half of the first half here. Jimmy Allen in for Mick Krepsky tonight. We appreciate everybody watching along here on the Bellevue Sports Network. We invite you to be a part of the broadcast. 402-619-1973 is where you can get your thoughts in tonight. We'd love to hear from you about this game, whether you're cheering for the Argos or the Bruins. We'd love your thoughts on the season and this Bellevue program. Obviously a little bit of a scarce crowd tonight here on a Saturday night. College football still in full effect. Having a little effect on our crowd tonight. Pass comes into Hobbs. Hobbs brings it up to court, guarded by Montgomery. Pass comes in to Condi. Condi gets it off over to Lawson. Lawson trying to make something happen. Pull-up jumper from the elbow, off the mark. Rebound comes back down to Connor Moore. Connor gets it back to Montgomery, and then back to Halliburton to reset here. 5 seconds separates shot and game clock. Halliburton gets away with a little bit of a carry there, but regardless, gets escorted to the basket. Lead up to 10, Bellevue's biggest lead of the night. Providence has a chance to hold for the last shot here. Shot clock off, 15 on the game. Hobbs waiting. 9 seconds. Screen set for him. Tries getting it swatted out by RJ. Tried to get it over to the corner. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Shot way downtown and buried by Marcus Lawson. What a shot. The junior from Las Vegas gets an absolute downtown 3 to fall. Pulls team back within 7. Exciting action to wrap up that first half, and obviously a magnificent shot at the end of the shot clock by Marcus Lawson. He's got 5, and none bigger than those last 3 he's made there. Ahmad Bynum is 5 of 10 from the field with 16 points. Just 3 of 6 from the free throw line. If you're going to critique a 16-point first half, I guess that's one way to do it. Bellevue with 6 early turnovers in that first half. Figured it out. They didn't have a turnover in the last 11 minutes, and they're up by 7. Stick around. We got second half action coming up for you as Bellevue leads 38-31 right here on the Bellevue Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Sports Network. Here, Jimmy Allen, live from the Bellevue Fieldhouse on the campus of Bellevue University as we're getting ready for second half action between the Bellevue Bruins, who find themselves undefeated 7-0 in the regular season and 2-0 in conference play in the Frontier Conference in the first season, taking on the Providence Argos, who are still looking for their very first win of the season. Bellevue currently leads by 7. Amir Bynum putting on an absolute show in that first half. He's got 16 points. He's 5 of 10 from the field and 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. He did have some trouble at the free throw line. He's hitting 50% of his free throws, 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. On the other side, the leading scorer for the Argos is Marvel Chambers Jr. He's got 11, but finds himself in early foul trouble. He's already got 3 early fouls in this game. We'll see if he can manage that going forward, because he is the Argos leading scorer with 11 points. He's 4 of 9 from the field and really been the derivative of what they're trying to do offensively. The pace that the Argos are playing at has given the Bruins some fits already in this game. I think they weren't expecting to chase off the ball as much as they've had to here early. We'll see how Bellevue deals with that in the second half. Just some more scorers and some information from the home team Bruins. As we mentioned, Ahmad Bynum with 16. We've got right now Jermaine Halliburton with 8, and has been really the main point guard despite J.J. Montgomery getting the start in this game. He has 8 points. Matt Mathok with 4. R.J. Smith with 3. Liam Thompson with 2. And the aforementioned J.J. Montgomery, who is perfect from the field, 2 of 2. He has 5 points, and he's also got perfect 1 of 1 from the free throw line. R.J. Smith has been a little bit quiet in this game, as we mentioned, just the 3 points, all coming on free throws. Just 2 rebounds, and does have a block and a steal in this game as well. So some of the starters for Bellevue kind of off to a slow start. Jaden Phillips has only played 3 minutes in this game, so he picked up 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes of this contest. We'll see how Lucas Gabriel manages number 12. Obviously, he's a big proponent of what they do on both sides of the court. But Jaden limited in that first half due to the foul trouble. He'll see significantly more playing time here in the second half, which will get it away just in a minute here. Lucas Gabriel in his 7th season, after winning the North Star Athletic Association Conference 2 years ago and playing in the national tournament. Bellevue had a very disappointing season a year ago, missing the national tournament in their last season in the North Star Athletic, making their debut in the Frontier Conference this season, already off to a 2-0 start, and a perfect 7-0 regular season start as well. Don't forget to stick around after the game, as we'll talk to one of the Bellevue men's players, and we'll catch up with Lucas Gabriel as well. And again, if you're just joining us and you missed the women's game today, unfortunately, James Bedford and the ladies came up just a little bit short. A double overtime thriller against these same Providence Argos. They fall short 74-71 in our opener today. Joy Barron had 17 points. Carolyn Ellison had 11, and Janelle Coleman had 10. Zakiah Muhammad fouled out of that game before we got to the second overtime period, kind of hindered Bellevue in the second overtime time frame. But nonetheless, we're about 20 seconds away from the start of your second half here. I apologize. My name is Jimmy Allen. I'm filling in for Mick Krepsky tonight, and I've called a game that had double overtime and halfway through this one. And my voice is starting to go out a little bit. So hopefully we can get through this last stretch of 20 minutes. We appreciate you joining us. If you want to be a part of the broadcast tonight, 402-619-1973 is how you can do so. We'd love to hear from you, get your thoughts, who you're rooting for. If you have any family members on the team, we'd love to hear where you're coming in from, as well as both of these teams have a tremendous amount of international and nationwide flavor as well. Get started with second half action here as the Bruins make their way out of the court. Montgomery, Thompson, Phillips, Smith, Bynum, the starting 5 out for the Bruins. JJ brings the ball up court. And up Thompson, back to Bynum, back to Montgomery. Montgomery trying to get a chase, but Argos stick back in a zone look. But Bynum just cuts through it. And Ahmad Bynum with a under the hook back spin layup is good. I don't think I did that very much justice how cool it actually looked. Hand off back to Swanson, who gets an easy layup. Ahmad Bynum got confused on the defensive switch there. So Montgomery leaves behind for Bynum. Bynum trying to get Thompson to clear out. Smith posted up underneath. Not where he goes, though. He goes to Montgomery on the corner for a three. Off the mark, skying for it is Jacob Lloyd. Ball back to the Argos, trailing by 7. Hobbs works inside, and they're going to say a push. Looks like maybe it's JJ. Yeah, they're going to call it against Montgomery. Pass comes in to Lawson. Lawson handoff to Lloyd. Lloyd can't find it. Goes back to Lawson. Step back jumper on the way off the mark. No good. Tipped into RJ Smith's hands. Back down to Bynum. The Bruins want to get out and run. Bynum dribbles into a ton of traffic for Montgomery. Pump fakes once. They're going to say picked up his foot travel. Turnover, back to the Argos. Hobbs slowly brings it up. Handoff goes to Lloyd. Lloyd looks for some help, can't find him. Finally finds Chambers. Chambers, a couple dribbles against Smith, bodies into him. Smith gets his hands up off the mark. Rebound comes back down to Bynum. Bynum wants to get out and run. He's got 1-on-3 here, but he goes for a lead behind for Montgomery, who picks and pops. 3 off the mark. Hobbs wants to run down the other side. He doesn't have the numbers, but he's going to take the whole length anyway. Beats Thompson to the rack. Lead pulled back within 5. Ahmad Bynum with a big sigh. A little bit of frustration setting in defensively for the Bruins. Ball in Jaden Phillips' hand, looks inside for RJ Smith, puts it up. Off the mark, and foul's going to go against Anthony Hobbs. First foul of this young second half here. Hobbs, second foul, the first team free foul. RJ Smith will shoot 2, he makes the first. Smith's second free throw, perfect. RJ Smith with 4 points now, 5 points on the night now. He's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Screen set. Hobbs cuts through the defense. Phillips can't get there. Layup off the mark despite being picture perfect. Jaden grabs the rebound, comes back down the other way. Thought about kicking it out, but goes to the rack and crams it home. Jaden Phillips is finally on the board tonight after sitting the majority of the first half, and a big, big dunk from Jaden. Senior out of Oakland, California, making his minutes count tonight. Chambers shot up and perfect. Over 2 defenders. Ill-advised shot, but regardless, falls through the net. 37-44, Bellevue leads by 7. Jaden with the ball back in his hands. Doesn't create this time, hands it off. Bynum looking for some space, takes an ill-advised 3, but it doesn't matter. From way downtown with the 2 players in his face, Ahmad Bynum drills a 3. He's got 21 on the night. Now Chambers on the other side looking for a response, goes right into Bynum and draws the foul, gets the and-one opportunity. Marvel Chambers has just been able to make things happen offensively tonight. That first step burst he has is elite. Dang Jall and Jermaine Halliburton check in here as Bynum and Montgomery head to the bench. Chambers taking his time, puts this one up. It kisses the front of the rim and rolls through. A 3-point conversion is good. Halliburton taking his time, letting the offense space out. Seeing how much rhythm he can get his guys moving in here. Ton of movement for Bellevue. You gotta love that if you're Lucas Gabriel. His team moves just as good as anybody in the country off the ball. Smith kicks up Jall. Jall can't fielded cleanly. Otherwise, that would have been a nice pick and pop opportunity. Speaking of which, on the other side for Phillips, he buries it. Gives a little bit of a wink and a nudge to the bench. Bellevue leads by 10, their biggest lead of the night. Phillips on Hobbs. Hobbs gives it off to Lawson. Lawson dribbles in, finds Lloyd underneath, who kicks it out for a wide open three. Off the mark is Quinn Swanson, who can't get that one to fall. Halliburton wants to run the length of the court and does. Ill-advised into 4 white jerseys, now going back the other way. The Argos had the numbers for a second there. Swanson wants to make up for that miss a minute ago and does. Halliburton ends to Thompson. Halliburton's going to play off the ball here. You got to imagine this is going to be drawn up for him then. Try to pick one for Jaden. Jaden drives the length of the basket. Unable to get there. He felt he was fouled. No call comes. Lloyd gets it past the time stripe with 15:23 to play in this game, trailing by 8. Lawson dribbles in against Smith. Smith goes up strong and fouls him. Lawson got Smith off his feet. RJ paid for it. Team third foul. Marcus Lawson will shoot 2 here. Ball rolls off the front end, off the back. No good. Also with a deep size. Very frustrated himself after that one. That's his first free throw attempt of the night. Second one is up and off the mark as well. Bruce the Bruin counts himself as for the miss there. A little bit of distraction behind the curtain. Jaden now driving in, wants to take a shot but can't find one. Gives out to Jane Jall, who tries a 3-point shot, gets swatted away by Jacob Lloyd. Closed late. Halliburton with 7, 6, kicks it out for Phillips with 4, off the mark, no good. Rebound brought back down by Hobbs. Hobbs wants to get out and run. Team's trailing by 8. Finds a trailer and almost had it there, but yes, and corralled and brought in by Condi. Condi mishandled the ball and then was able to turn around and put it up. Back the other way goes Phillips, gets that one poked away. Condi now gets it over to Lawson, who wants to try to run, put it up, and gets almost swatted away by Jall, but not able to close. We got a 4-point game. Lawson pulls it within 4. And look now, Providence on a 6-0 run, made their last 3 attempts, while Bellevue is 0 for 4 in a 2-minute scoring drought. Halliburton sets the offense, dribbles in, thought about a 3, spins into the paint, almost turns it over and does. No, they're going to say foul beforehand. Foul goes against Anthony Hobbs.
Where's the ball?
4-point game with immediate timeout on the floor. Again, this is a 7-0 team, fringe top 25 team in the country, taking on a winless 0-8 Argos team and making the trip from Montana down to Bellevue. And it's not like Bellevue's playing poorly. Providence is playing a really tough-fought game. And Marvel Chambers has been nothing short of spectacular. 6'4" junior from New York has got 16 points and has played really, really well, getting to the hoop, causing some friction on defense as well. He's got 16, as we mentioned. Ahmad Bynum putting on a showcase of his own, 21 points, 7 of 12, from the field. Last minute instructions from the sidelines. 14:05 to play. Anything can happen here in the second half. As Halliburton was set to inbounds, he's trying to get into the hoop. Now they're telling him he's got inbounds from the sidelines. A little bit of confusion where the inbound is supposed to come from. It definitely went out of bounds underneath the hoop, so it should be coming in from underneath the hoop. No? Okay, we're taking it from the out of bounds line. Bynum sets off the pick from Mathak. Shot up. It's good. It looks like they got away with a foul there too, but regardless, Ahmad Bynum has 23 on the night. That's about the perfect drop you could have out of the timeout. Condi hands it off to Chambers. He's been deadly. He's guarded by Mathak. Trying to create some space. Eventually does. Takes it to the rack. No, he kicks it out. 3-point shot on the way. Off the mark. No good. Rebound brought back down by Condi. And then stolen away by Jaden Phillips. Phillips wants to get out and run. He's going to try to cut through three. Defender stop. Jump shot up. Kissed off the glass. He wants the call. Doesn't get it. Jaden Phillips now with 7 points. Bellevue's lead back up to 8. Handoff goes to Lloyd. Going to try to leave for Hobbs, but doesn't. Calls his own number, guarded by Jal. Dang doesn't give it up an inch, but still powering his way through is Lloyd. Up and good. 48-52, 54-48. Easy for me to say. Bellevue leads. 12:56 to play. Jaden Phillips just trying to eat as much clock as he can here. Getting deep into the shot clock, 17 on it. Kicks it out for Bynum. Bynum, 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down to Rogers, who travels with it. He's trying to say he never had the possession. He clearly palmed it. A little bit of frustration setting in from the Argos here. Yeah, he definitely had possession when he took that step, so that's a good call by the official. Bynum set the inbound here, looking for Phillips. Finally gets it into him, and then Rogers almost pokes it away, and then does. And he gets poked out of the back and then brought back down by Lawson. Looks into the corner, dribbles over there after getting the steal. Guarded by Phillips. Dribbles into Jal. Can't find any room. Looking around for Rogers, who's been very quiet here in the second half. Bynum trying to do whatever he can to poke it away, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. That's going to go to J.J. Montgomery. Or sorry, Halliburton, I apologize. That'll be Jermaine's first foul. Send him over to the bench. Second team foul for the Bruins, bring J.J. Montgomery in. No, Halliburton stays out there. Going to send Jaden Phillips to the bench. Inbounds pass. Comes to Condi. Gives it up to Rogers. Rogers harassed by Halliburton, has to give it up. Lead behind for Hobbs. Hobbs with 7. Kicks into Condi. Gives it back to Hobbs at 5. And a travel again. Bellevue's size just causes so many issues when you're a ball handler that you're not used to getting around 6'6", 6'8" guys. You're going to have a ton of trouble. Bellevue's got him in spades. Halliburton dribbles in, then kicks out for Jal. Shot up off the mark. Skying forward to Smith into between 3 guys. Brings it back down to Montgomery, who's not one of those 6'7" guys. He's only 5'11", but still plays about he's like 6'6". Bynum finds himself in a ton of trouble. Gives it off to Montgomery with 10. Over the corner to Halliburton with 8. 3 on the way off the mark. Rebound comes back down to Hobbs. Providence has made 4 of their last 5 field goals. This one off to Lloyd. Lloyd's going to try this one at the top of the key. Not a 3 at 2, but it still counts. 4-point game with 11:26 to go. Montgomery gives off to Bynum. Bynum dribbling in, then tried getting it over to Halliburton, but gets it raked away by Lawson. Lawson gives it off to Rogers and makes it. Bellevue on a 3-minute scoring drought. And now Providence is on a 6-0 run and pulled this within a basket. Wow, I mean, I don't know if I saw this coming, especially when Bellevue got up by 7, but right now Providence is outscoring Bellevue 21-16 here in the second half. Lucas Gabriel is very frustrated down on the sidelines. He's looking for some answers. He's talking to his coaching staff. He's not even talking to the team. He's letting those guys police themselves. And listen, that's one of the best things you can do as a coach, right? If you got some guys that you feel like they can figure it out, and you just got to call from the sideline what you need them to do, let them play and coach your game. Lucas Gabriel hasn't even gotten into the huddle yet with 30 seconds left to go to talk about the plays. Let those guys kind of figure out, talk what's going on out there as he turns to Connor Dukes and Vinny Belcaster and Jarrell Norman, some guys that are very familiar with this coaching staff. They've been with Lucas Gabriel almost the entire time that he's been here, obviously outside of Jarrell. But when you talk about being successful, the pride that Lucas Gabriel has in being the head coach at Bellevue University and the success this program has had with the Final Fours and the Sweet 16s, the national tournament appearances. It's what he aspires every year. And why last year he just felt like wasn't good enough. And there's been some changes to this team. I mean, not even from a personnel standpoint, but from the way they weight train and train their bodies and prepare for games. It's very noticeable. Guys like Dane Jall, who has the ball in his hands right now, guys like R.J. Smith, who completely sculpted their body in a different way. They are not going to sit fine with this 2-point game right now. And R.J. Smith skies the rebound there and gets fouled. That's what's going to go against Preston Condi, his first team foul. It'll be just the third team foul of the second half. Bruins got to the double bonus quickly in that first half. Only 3 team fouls here in the second half for Providence. They've cleaned up their act here in the second half. R.J. Smith at the free throw line. Free throw is up. It is good. Smith's second free throw is just as good as the first one. The lead back up to 4. Hobbs brings up past the time stripe, hands it off to Lawson. Lawson, mid-range jumper from the elbow is good. 56-54. Thompson leaves it behind for Bynum. Bynum dribbles in, then hands off to Montgomery. He wanted Montgomery to shoot that, but JJ gives it up. Back to Bynum, pump fakes, drives to the lane, puts it up, draws the foul. That is the 4th foul against Anthony Hobbs, and the 4th team foul as well. Next foul on Hobbs is done. Bynum's first free throw, good. Bynum 4 of 7 from the free throw line tonight. Make it 5 for 8. Bynum with 25 points, 5 boards. Flirting with a double-double. Chambers gets the handoff here. He's had a quiet second half. He was their entire offense in the first half. If he can get going here, it could be really scary. Chambers hands off and runs into a ton of contact. No foul, though. Handoff goes to Lloyd. Lloyd spin move against Thompson. Finds the bottom of the basket. 56-58. Bellevue only by 2. Montgomery circles and hands off to Smith. Smith at the top of the key. Looking to set a screen. Finally does. The switch happens. Hand off of Bynum. Dribbles inside. Quick step. Cuts through 4 defenders and puts it through. Ahmad Bynum with 27. Now, Lawson trying to make something happen. Jall in the way. Thompson playing defense. Candy puts it up off the mark. Brought back down by Dang Jall. Bellevue trying to keep this 4-point deficit as far out of reach as possible. Smith working one-handed inside Sky. Hook with a ton of contact. No call, but gets the basket. R.J. Smith with 9. Lead by 6. Phillips, Mathok, and Halliburton about to check back in here. It's the shot off the mark, rebound back down to Bynum. Takes a big sigh. You got to imagine he's going to come out here. He's done just about everything you can expect out of him tonight. 27 points. 8:46 to play here in the second half. Montgomery looking inside. No, he kicks it outside for Jall, who gives it up. That was a good look like JJ Dang just didn't pull the trigger. Bynum again, scoop layup at the rim. He's got 29. Just under 8:30 to play. Lawson dribbles in against Jall. Switch off to Thompson. Lawson into a ton of traffic, nothing there. That one tipped by Montgomery, but able to pull back down by Rogers. Rogers inside to Condi. Condi puts one up, but there's the RJ touched it. That's the third foul against RJ Smith, which is going to pull him off the court. They'll give us a media timeout as well. Well, a much more entertaining game than some may have thought this would have been. 8 points now is the separation as Bellevue on a 6-0 run of the last 134. They've made their last 3 field goals. But high-octane offense here in the second half as Providence also made 5 of their last 7. So neither team really giving up an inch. As it's kind of been the Ahmad Bynum show here tonight. 29.6 rebounds, 1 assist. It's 10 of 16 from the field. For the Bruins tonight, Ahmad Bynum, the only Bruin in double figures, as RJ Smith also has 9. Jermaine Halliburton has 8. A relatively quiet night offensively for anybody not wearing number 11, but when you got a guy that scored 29 points on 16 shots, kind of let him do his thing, folks. Bruins break the huddle. Mathak, Jall, Halliburton, Bynum, Phillips. At the line shooting will be Preston Condi. He'll be flanked by Jacob Lloyd, Jermaine Rogers, and then in the backcourt, Chambers and Lawson. Condi's first is good. Condi's second is also good. That'll be Quinn Swanson back in and send Condi over to the bench. 6-point deficit. For the Argos. Bruins trying to keep that arm stretched out, keep this lead at distance, try to close it out. Halliburton gives it up to Bynum. Bynum fakes to the left, dribbles inside. Easy dish to Jall, puts it up, and he's going to be fouled. Chambers thought he had a clean block, but unfortunately he's going to pick up his 4th foul. 15th foul. Chambers is 4th. And Thok shooting 2 here. First one rims in. Second free throw is good.
It's clear, just clear. Hey, Stager here.
Lawson brings it up past the time stretch. Guarded by Halliburton. Oh, then Halliburton pokes it away. Lawson dives on it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Bruins. Lawson getting up a little limpy there. Seems to be all right now. Definitely grabbing at his calf. I mean, Halliburton definitely felt him. I hope he's all right. A lot of moisture on the ball. Guys are down there working hard. Halliburton looking for some last-minute instructions from Lucas Gabriel. Gets them. Brings the ball up court, hands it off to Mathak. Mathak looking for Phillips, he isn't there, and he gives it back to him. Driving inside, Jaden looking for help, but he didn't get it. So he puts up his own shot, and it is good. Driving the other way is Chambers, trying to create some offense that he hasn't been able to do here in the second half. No good again. Phillips looking to run, but pulls it out at his coach's behest. Phillips pivots in. Dribbles around, almost turns the ball over, almost travels again, but finds a way to keep his foot planted. Gives it off to Bynum to reset it with a 13. Ahmad from 3, off the mark, no good. Dangjal is able to save it though, brings it back down, dribbles, then finally kicks it back out to Mathak, who resets to Halliburton with a fresh 20. Halliburton under 12 now. Looks to his left, nothing there. Under 10. Under 7. No, we're going to say he was fouled. No shot. Foul's going to go against Marcus Lawson. That'll be Lawson's third. Halliburton kicks it over to Bynum. 6:30 on the game clock, fresh 20 on the shot clock. Bynum looking outside, nothing there. Spin move, off the dribble, no good, rolls out. Jal tried poking it away, but Lloyd able to secure the rebound. A little bit of a slow pace has crept over this game, and neither team really showing any sense of urgency, trying to play disciplined basketball to avoid that right there, which is almost a turnover. Now the Argos with the numbers. Despite that, a three-pointer put up. No good off the mark, brought back down by Halliburton, who slows it down again. 6:03 to play. Bellevue not in any hurry with a 10-point lead. Switch off to Jal. Jal gives it back to Bynum. Bynum with 15. Not in any hurry, waiting for a screen. Gets it. Dribbles under 10 to 9 to Jal. Underneath to Mathak with 6. Muscles around it, gets it in, and just kind of shoves off Anthony Hobbs. Bellevue with its biggest lead of the night with 12. Chambers going up strong. Bynum late to get there. Easy basket and timeout. Lucas Gabriel not happy with Matt Mathak. He was telling him, I told you to get there, and he's slow to get over to that side. 10-point lead for the Bruins with timeout on the court. Ahmad Bynum with 29. Jacob Lloyd has 13 on the other side. Marvel Chambers has 18, but only has 4 here in the second half. It's the Bruins trying to stay perfect. 7-0 currently and 2-0 in conference play. A 10-point lead, but listen, this Providence Argos team has not gone away quietly. A lot of people are expecting this to be a much bigger deficit at this point in this game, but Bellevue lucky to have a 10-point lead. Bruins set to inbounds here. Bynum give it to Halliburton. Likely give it right back. Nope, Halliburton's going to bring it up court. Halliburton hands it off. Phillips. Nursing a 20-second shot clock. No need to rush. A little two-man game now with 15. Jaden drives to the hoop. He's going to go up strong with it. Gets it pushed away. Ends up on the deck. Ball turned back over. Going the other. Chambers leaves it behind for Lloyd, who just can't handle it. Now gives it underneath the Hobbs. Kicks it out for Chambers. Off the mark. Rebound goes down to Bynum. Foul on the floor. He gets 2. That's going to go against Jermaine Halliburton. His second, the team's 6th. He disagreed with the call, but that doesn't matter. Both teams, each one foul away from the bonus here. We can get another minute timeout on the floor. And it was a very fast-paced game in that first half. This game has really slowed down quite a bit. Neither team really making big mistakes. Neither team really turning the ball over. Bellevue with 4 turnovers in the second half. Providence with 4 as well. So a lot of pretty mistake-free game. Not a ton of turnovers here in the second half, and obviously neither team has the bonus quite yet with just under 5 to play here. Ahmad Bynum's had a pretty quiet couple of minutes here. He's scored 29 tonight, but scoreless in the last 3. Something to keep an eye on. Marvel Chambers with 4 personal fouls. Anthony Hobbs with 4 personal fouls. So those two Argos, possibility of fouling out in this game. comes back out of the court. Smith, Thompson, Montgomery, Halliburton, Phillips off the bench for Bellevue. Lloyd, Chambers, Hobbs, Swanson, and Lawson. So both starting fives back out for each teams. Ball comes into Lawson, sets up a nice looking three-point shot on the outside off the mark. Swanson just can't find the bottom of the bucket. Jaden across to JJ. JJ resets to Jermaine. Halliburton now over to Thompson. Liam pivots, now dribbles out of it. Jaden works the clock down to 10. He'll go to the rim. No, he's going to pivot back out of it for Montgomery. Montgomery with 4, 3, 2 for Thompson on the shot clock. Hits the rim, but doesn't fall down. Rebound comes back down to Lloyd. Lloyd looked for Swanson, but didn't get any help. Now he's going to go strong to the basket. No, he's going to pivot underneath. He had an open look there. Gave it up. This one turned over straight to Halliburton. He's going to try to get out and run because they have the numbers. Gives it up to RJ, who gets a walk-in layup. 72-60. Providence now just one of their last 7 from the field. Hobbs just trying to create some sort of offense here. Can't find anybody under the basket. Now gives it to Chambers, who gets it poked away. Thompson comes up with it. And Phillips gets it after Thompson got basically double-leg takedown on the other side with no whistle. Thompson now gives it up. Montgomery. Montgomery back to Halliburton. Lucas Gabriel just trying to get out of here with a win. 12 points and 5-second shot clock. Gives Halliburton a 3 off the mark. And you call a foul on the floor. That's against Chambers. He's done. No. It's Hobbs. That's going to do it for him as well. Looked like that probably should have been Chambers, but it'll go against Hobbs, and that'll be the night for Anthony Hobbs. He finishes with 4 points, 5 rebounds. That'll bring Jermaine Rogers the second back in, the 6'3" junior out of Chino, California. RJ Smith, Bruins now into the bonus, shooting the front end of a 1-and-1 here. Off the mark, rebound brought back down by Lloyd. Jacob Lloyd skies for it, gives it off to Chambers. Had a massive first half, but has been very quiet in the second half, and he shuts the announcer up real quick with a made basket there. Chambers now with 20 points on the night. Bynum gives the ball up. I mean, he's taken 964 shots tonight, so why wouldn't he? He's got 29, gives it off to Phillips. Phillips again takes the shot clock down to 10. His Bruins lead by 10. Montgomery with 7, 6. Scoop layup, floater, it's good. JJ Montgomery gets the runner to go, and his team leads by 12. Liam tried stopping Lawson, just couldn't get in front of him. Lawson put Thompson in a wash machine, turned him around and got to the basket. Great looking layup. Lead back to 10. Shot clock back to 20. Ball back to Phillips.
Too quiet, White. Too quiet, White.
Bynum gets the call out. 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles in, fakes out. Dribbles between his legs. Trying to make something happen at the free throw line, off the mark. Rebound brought back down by Swanson, who tries to get down and running. Gets stuck in traffic, now breaks through it. Pulls it out. Long time three-point shot attempted off the mark. Lawson way off to the right. Rebound brought back down by Bynum. 10-point game. Minute 38 to play. Bellevue just trying to dribble the air out of the gym.
Too quiet, White.
17 seconds. Thompson holds. Now dribbles out of it. Over to Phillips. Phillips with 10. Phillips with 9. He's going to call his own number. Spin into the paint. Off the mark. Bellevue can't buy a basket right now as Chambers brings it back down. His team trailing by 10 now into the corner for 3. Shot up on the way for Rogers. Off the mark. J.J. Montgomery grabs the rebound, gets trapped, is finally able to get it out to Bynum. 10-point game with under a minute to play. Bynum holds, deep breath, 18 seconds. A little bit of pressure pulled off by the Argos. It's Jaden Phillips. Well, they're just going to leave the ball in his hands with under 10 seconds. That's not a bad strategy, folks. And he double dribbled. Right in time for me to say it's not a bad idea. Jaden turns the ball over. And that'll take us to a timeout period here on the floor as the Argos take the timeout. Full timeout for a minute here. Now, there's 42 seconds left in this game clock now. There's obviously a chance they can come back. You want to be in the best offensive set here. You want to put some good stuff on film, too. You're going to find yourself in this situation a lot. I mean, I've been really surprised at how well this Providence Argos team has taken the pressure that Bellevue's put on them and really not wavered at any point in this game. Got to figure you're probably going to draw something up for Marvel Chambers here. He's got 20 tonight. He's 8 of 17 from the field. Bellevue just shooting at a 46% field goal percentage rate right now. 25 and 54. 25 made back at the buckets on 8 assists. Lucas Gabriel's not going to love that. We'll get his thoughts on that after the game. But a lot of that is because Ahmad Bynum's got 29 points, and he's created a lot of his own offense tonight. Both teams out on the floor. It's like Chambers. Lawson will post up in the corners as Swanson brings up the court. 40 seconds left in this one. Halliburton almost poked it away. Corner three up and on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound brought down by Smith. Gets trapped, looking for some help. Finally finds it. It's Montgomery. Needs to get past the timeline. He gets over to Bynum. Bynum spins out of it up the court and is probably going to have enough time to dribble this one out. There's about half a second between the shot clock and game clock as Ahmad Bynum with 29 on the night is just going to let this one run out. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, nobody doing anything, and that's going to be a 8-0 start for your Bellevue Bruins, who improve to 3-0 in conference play. There's 1 second left on the, or 0.1 second left on the game clock. I don't think they're going to make anybody inbounds it. Yeah, they're going to have to. So here we go. We're going to get a quick inbounds. We'll see what happens here. Ahmad, you should have put up that shot, buddy. You could have had 30 on the night. What a performance tonight from the transfer in for the UTEP as that one falls aimlessly to the ground from Marvel Chambers, who finishes the night pretty spectacularly as well. He had 20 of his own points. Lawson and Lloyd also finished over double digits for Argos. They had 11 and 13 respectively. Bynum with 29, RJ Smith with 11 for the Bruins. Those two, the only two players in double digits for Bellevue tonight. Jaden Phillips flirted with double digits. He had 9, but again, only played 3 minutes in the first half because of foul trouble. But an overall impressive performance yet again from Lucas Gabriel's men's basketball team as they improve to 8-0 on the season, and more importantly, and most importantly, 3-0 in conference play. Now, that's probably a little less important as it has been in previous seasons. Obviously, with the Frontier Conference being a being a 2-bid league, and thanks to Ray Quinn, who sat up here with shotgun with me tonight, doing the PA, and chumming it up with me tonight, and we appreciate all of you for listening here on the Bellevue Sports Network. I'm Jimmy Allen, filling in for Mick Krepsky as the Krepsky family is on vacation, getting ready for the holiday season. We wish all the best to you and yours as we approach the holidays coming up. Obviously, the Thanksgiving holiday next week, and the holiday season after that. We appreciate everybody that always joins in, and we can't appreciate you guys any more than for what you guys do, leaving us comments and texting us throughout the season. Makes this job incredibly easy to do, knowing that you guys are out there listening and giving us your thoughts and wishing us the best wishes along the way. Recapping some numbers here from the night. Bellevue is, as we mentioned, led by Ahmad Bynum tonight. Get you some team stats, though. Well, maybe. Technology's great when it works, folks. I apologize for trying to pull up the overall team team stats for the Bruins tonight. Bellevue shoots 46% from the field, 25 of 54. They were 5 of 19 from 3, which makes Ahmad Bynum's 29-point performance even that much more special. They had 4 made 3-point baskets. Only Jaden Phillips made a 3 outside of Ahmad tonight. Bruins grabbed 35 rebounds compared to Providence's 30, so they won the glass. Points off turnovers for Providence tonight, just 8, but the Bruins were able to get 14 points off of turnovers. The Bruins had 6 turnovers in the first 10 minutes of this game. They finished with only 11, so just 5 turnovers in the last 25 or 30 minutes of this game for Lucas Gabriel's squad. Coach will join us here shortly with one of the players as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll talk to Coach Gabriel here in just a minute. Get his thoughts on this perfect start. They are off to an 8-0 run. And a ton of excitement around this program. Obviously, when you bring in a player of the level and the caliber of Ahmad Bynum, he's not the only guy on this team, obviously. But, I mean, when you get a guy that's a Division I transfer and he averaged double digits at the previous stop, there's a lot of excitement around a player like that. And he's going to be a special one. Before the season started, Lucas Gabriel told me that he just really hopes that Bellevue fans enjoy watching him play because he brings, obviously, a caliber of basketball you don't often get to see at the NAIA level, but also he just feels really good about who the kid is. And obviously the family connection. Ahmad's the brother of Jerome Bynum, played 4 years here at Bellevue, specifically all under Lucas Gabriel. Obviously Lucas in his 7th season. Not exactly the most tenured of coach, but has had a ton of success here. And thinking back to that season 2 years ago where they start off 2-9 and then they go on a run to win the North Star Athletic Association. And just everything that was all the excitement that was around this program at the time, they were able to host. They went on a run and were able to win the regular season championship in the North Star Athletic Association. We were able to host the tournament. That crowd that was at the Den, the old Gordon Logier Athletic Center that's down the hill from this beautiful new building. And this, you're just joining us for the first time. This is the very first season, this new beautiful facility you're seeing in front of you here on the top of the hill at the BU Fieldhouse. But that crowd for that championship night was second to none. And I just really hope we get that type of experience in a building like this where you'll get alumni and family, and sometimes that's one and the same, to be able to come to this building and show appreciation for this team. And hey, it'd be pretty cool if they're undefeated when we got there, right? So we'll see what the rest of this season brings us. As it's going to be a little unique in the sense that obviously the first year in this building, but also the first year in the in the Frontier Conference, as that may take some getting used to, as J.J. Montgomery and Lucas Gabriel emerge from the locker room. We'll talk to Coach and his point guard here in a second. But a lot of basketball ahead of us. I mean, obviously the 8-0 start is great, but this team gets ready to head off to Augustana before hosting Valley City, Mayville State, and then they have to head to Montana to take on these Providence Argos on the road in the next 3. As Bellevue head coach Lucas Gabriel now joins us. Coach, 8-0 start. Can't really beat that, right?
Yeah, we obviously feel phenomenal about being 8-0, but it's just one game at a time, and we're happy we're able to get it done. I thought they played super hard. They played so desperate, and they gave us all we could handle. So it's a good game.
Obviously, Ahmad has a big night. I was going to ask you, only 8 assists tonight, but when one guy's kind of creating his own offense and scoring 29, that's maybe not as big of a deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, we only had 8 assists tonight, but Ahmad was he was getting off those ball screens, and they were kind of just hugging everywhere, trying to not let us run our offense. And it seemed like their game plan was to force us to play one-on-one. And so we had to do that a little bit. And so that's probably why we didn't have as many assists. But, overall, we still scored enough points to win, so we'll take that.
6 turnovers in the first 10 minutes, only 5 in the following 30. You got to be pretty happy about that, right?
For sure. We had the media timeout. We were like, guys, we just absolutely have to take better care of the ball. We cannot give them the ball and let them go run and get layups.
Can't help but notice when you call timeouts, you tend to walk away from the huddle. Who's that guy that's on this team that's kind of leading that moment when you're away from the huddle in the timeout?
I think that's probably a better question for JJ when he
Okay,
sits down. I'm not,
sure.
I'm not sure who
Okay.
does the talking in there when I'm in there, but I think we have a few seniors. If I'm a betting man, I would bet JJ, RJ Smith. I bet Jaden Phillips has plenty to say. Our seniors did not like the way last season went.
Sure.
We had a rough year, lost 13 one-possession games, and our seniors have been really dialed into just doing the little things, and I think it's showing up so far this year.
You mentioned me. I hope you don't mind me bringing this up. This was a private conversation last time I was here. We talked about the tradition and the pride that you have about this program. This is your 7th year. What's your favorite thing about being the head coach at Bellevue University?
Wow, that's my favorite thing about being the coach here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to choose from.
Sure.
I guess the people on
Yeah.
campus. I think obviously there's amazing tradition. We have amazing facilities, but I get to work with a lot of really great people. From our baseball coach to our athletic director, the professors on campus, the dean of students. We have a lot of people. I could go off and name so many people,
Sure.
and we have so many good coaches that are fun to be around. And so probably just coming to work every day and getting the social atmosphere and the jokes that we get to have during the day. That's probably my favorite part.
You see 2 familiar foes up over your next couple of games, then you get ready to go to Montana to see the same Providence team. How much have you guys discussed what travel is going to look like in the Frontier Conference this season?
I haven't discussed it a ton with the team, but in terms of planning out the trip and exactly how it's going to go and where we're going to stay and what bus company we're going to use, that stuff is all set in stone. We have planned that out thoroughly,
Sure.
months ago. So we're very ready with our plane tickets and our organization of exactly how it's going to go. And when we get to that point at the beginning of the week, we'll let our guys know exactly how the week's going to happen. But right now, we just want to focus on getting ready for Augustana next week,
Sure.
and then of course the 2 home games against on the road against Augustana. Then we'll play the 2 home games against Valley and Mayville. And so we're just focused on the short term. But when we get to the Montana trips, we have it all planned out.
It's the head coach of the men's basketball program. Lucas Gabriel's team's 8-0. We'll talk to his point guard, JJ Montgomery. My friend, congratulations.
Yes,
Good
sir.
seeing
Thank you so much.
you. No problem.
All
JJ,
right.
go ahead and step in, man. Hey, obviously, Coach just talked about it. He alluded to it, how last year ended.
Yeah.
This year's off to an 8-0 start. You
Yeah.
guys are perfect. How much does the locker room feel different this year compared to a year ago?
Well, right now we're feeling great right now.
Sure.
We're just taking day by day, getting better each day, just focusing on each game. And, yeah, we're just feeling good right now.
You heard me ask Coach about it. When that timeout gets called, he walks away. Who's kind of the voice in that huddle?
I would say all our seniors. And
Okay.
shout out to Jagir, too. Jagir's a big leader, even though, he doesn't play as much.
Okay.
But he's a big leader on our team.
When the season ends last year, and Jaden's coming back and he's going to be available this season, you see RJ put in the work, he's put in the weight room, and you're enthralled into the starting role as the point guard this season.
Yeah.
What did that conversation sound like away from the basketball court between the seniors on this team? Like, what were you guys talking about? What were some of those discussions like?
Like going into the season?
Yeah.
Just getting our get back, to be honest.
Sure.
We really didn't like how last season ended. And it's like mission. We're on a mission this year.
If this team is able to do what this team did 2 years ago and make it back to the national tournament, what would that mean to you personally?
It'll mean a lot. I never won a championship or a state championship like that.
Sure.
So, personally, for me, it would mean a lot. And, how last season went, it would mean a lot here, too.
You're obviously from Hayward, California. What's the biggest difference between life in California versus life in Bellevue, Nebraska?
Well, the weather, of course. It's super cold out here.
Hey, it was 65 today, man.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. The air is just a little different. It's a little
Sure.
thinner out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I would say the food as well. There's a lot of good food back at home.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing for us
Yeah.
Nebraskans.
I want to say it's not too bad out here, but California has a bunch of food.
Hey, man, I appreciate taking some time out of your night to come up here. Congratulations on the win. JJ Montgomery, his team gets to 8-0 tonight, and they're getting ready to take on, you heard Lucas Gabriel talk about it, they're getting ready to take on Augustana in South Dakota here on November 30th. Don't forget to get down to the BU Fieldhouse for the next couple of games. Following that, a couple familiar foes come to town as Valley City State and Mayville State will be here in town to take on the Bruins. Get down to the Bellevue Fieldhouse so you've been able to take in a game in this beautiful facility. I've been Jimmy Allen filling in for Mick Krupski. We appreciate all you. Good night from a perfect 8-0 start for men's basketball here on Bellevue's campus.